Hello guys, welcome to EduCartech, and today we are going to start with exercise 8.2 part 2. So, as per previous video, I have completed 2 questions from this exercise and also I have completed 8.1 and introduction of this chapter 8. Okay, so let's see, this is the third question and also we are going to do fourth question and fifth also. So first of all, this is a question. In it is given that ABCD is a rectangle with P, Q, R and S. Wait, I want to add something. Yes, this is point P. P is midpoint of AB, Q of BC, R midpoint of CD and S is midpoint of DA. So in this question we have to prove that figure made by joining these midpoints of these sides PQRS, the figure formed, the quadrilateral formed would be a rhombus. We have to prove it. So let's see. First of all, I have taken the green marker. And now solution. First of all, let me tell you the construction. I have joined the diagonals. I made the diagonals of this rectangle because they will be in use. So first of all, in triangle ABD, in triangle ABD, okay, in this triangle ABD, what can you see? See, by midpoint theorem, SP parallel to DB, SP half of DB. Okay, so SP parallel to DB, SP half of DB in triangle. Now we do the next triangle. First of all, this one I have done. Now we will do this one, means ABC. In triangle ABC, PQ parallel to AC, PQ half of AC. PQ parallel to AC, PQ half of AC. Okay, now third triangle, in triangle and also here. So the two triangles we have to take right now are this one and this one. So in this one, it is BCD and CDA. BCD, CDA. So what are the things which we can see? QR parallel to BD, QR half of BD. QR parallel to BD, QR is equal to half of BD. Okay, this is given to us by midpoint theorem. We can say these things. Okay, because these all are midpoints, so when we join them, the midpoint theorem is getting applied. Okay, and at last in triangle CDA, RS parallel to AC, RS parallel to AC, RS equal to half of AC. This we have proved. See, all are equal to half of each other. Okay, all are equal to half of each other, means all of these will be equal to each other. Therefore AB equal to, not AB, PQ equal to QR equal to RS equal to SP. Okay, since since PQ equal to QR equal to RS equals to SP, P Q R S is a rhombus. And also, if it would have told us that we have to prove this is a square, so we just have to do all these sides, all these angles as 90 degree. if we prove that 90 degree, so all this figure PQRS will be a square. But since we have not proved this 90 degree, so we cannot say that this is a square, and also it was not said to prove it. It was said to prove it is the rhombus, and we have proved it. Very simple. This was a short question. Now, as we'll come to our next question. So now in this question, we have to basically prove that F is the midpoint of CV. So let me explain you the question. There is a quadrilateral. In this, these two lines are parallel, means this is a trapezium. Means two lines are parallel, two lines are non-parallel. So in this trapezium, DC is parallel to AB and EF is parallel to AB. So means these two sides will also be parallel. Am I true? Yes. So in this one, it is given that this point means E is the midpoint of AD. Means this line is bisecting AD. Okay. And also this one we have to prove that CB is getting bisected by point F. Okay. So first of all, how we started? Before starting, I want to tell you that this question is dependent on converse of midpoint theorem. See, till now I was going on midpoint theorem and only midpoint theorem was getting used. But here, this converse of midpoint theorem will be getting used. So let me use the red pen. So solution. Okay. Now let's see what I've told. AD parallel to, EF parallel to AB, and AD bisects, angle E bisects AD. This point E bisects AD by, first of all, in triangle ABD. In triangle ABD, this by converse of midpoint theorem, by converse of midpoint theorem, by converse of MPT. MPT means midpoint theorem. We can say that O is midpoint of O is the midpoint of BD. Okay. Now we take this one triangle. So what we will do over here? If we take this triangle, we can say that this since AB parallel to EF and AB parallel to DC, therefore EF parallel to DC, and O is the midpoint of BD. Therefore, again by converse of midpoint theorem, line drawn from the midpoint of any one side of a triangle parallel to the second side bisects the third side. Okay. In the same way, O is the midpoint of BD. O midpoint of BD. Now, in triangle CDB, or we can say BCD. In triangle BCD, what we can say? We can say that O is the midpoint of BD and OF parallel to DC, or AB parallel to EF, and AB parallel to CD. Therefore, EF parallel to CD. Since also we know, I've already told you that, for example, let's take this line and this line. Let's say these two lines are parallel to each other. So, if I take this much part of this line and this much part of this line, so will these two lines be parallel? Yes, these parts will also be parallel to each other. Therefore, we can say that the a part taken of parallel lines is also parallel. Since the parts of parallel lines are parallel to since the parts of parallel lines are also parallel, we can say that OF parallel to CD. OF parallel to CD, and also O is midpoint of BD. Therefore, by converse of midpoint theorem, what we write in short form, MPT. The converse of midpoint theorem, we can say that the point F is the midpoint of BC. F is midpoint of BC. Hence proved. This was the question. Now we will come to our next question. So friends, now in this question we have to prove that this BD is getting trisected by these two lines AF and EC. So first of all, what is trisect? So let me take an example. Let's see. Let us say that this is a line, and what is bisect? First of all, when another line, is bisected by another line, which means that a line is dividing another line into two equal halves. Means I made this line, this one. So this line is bisecting this one in two equal halves. This one and this one. These two are equal to each other. This means bisect. But in the same way, trisect means that a line is getting divided into three equal halves. Bi means 2 and tri means 3. Okay, these are three equal halves. This means trisect, this means bisect, and intersect means not dividing, just cutting the line. Okay, so let's see. Blue marker will be used in this one. Okay, now first of all, what we have to do? We have to prove this is getting trisected. So let's see what we have to do first. So how will I prove this is getting trisected? In simple language, I can say that dP equals to PQ equals to QB. Yes, I'm true. But, and also I can solve it by just these two triangles, this one and this one. I take it, I use the converse of midpoint theorem, and hence these two lines are equal and these two lines are equal, means these three lines are equal. But to take these two triangles, before I have to take this, I have to prove this figure, this quadrilateral, as a parallelogram. So as I prove it parallel, first of all, what I will have to do to prove it parallel, I just prove this one and this one equal and also parallel. This will be parallel to each other. This will be a parallelogram. Okay, and also then we will be able to say that these two are parallel. This is the midpoint. P and Q are the midpoint, I think so. No, it is not given that these are midpoint, but F and E are midpoint. So a line drawn from here, these two are parallel, so P is the midpoint. A line drawn from here, land on from here, these two will be parallel, so this will be a midpoint and hence these three will be equal. But this we have to prove parallelogram. This is also easy. Let's see. So first of all, I'll write the details which are given. It is given that DC, this ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. Since this is given, we can say that CD equals to AB. AB equal to CD. Therefore, half of AB divided by 2 will be equal to CD divided by 2. Am I right? Yes. So their half will also be equal. So we can say that FC equals to AE. Therefore, AE equal to FC. These will be equal to each other. And why? Because this is these two are the midpoints. Okay. So also AE parallel to FC. So we can say that since one pair of sides is equal as well as parallel, therefore the figure is a parallelogram. Therefore AECF is a parallelogram. This is too easy, as I have told. Now what we will do? Basically, we will prove these two are parallel and these two are parallel to each other. So here now, in triangle, this one APB, ABP news, not ABP news, ABP triangle. In triangle ABP, what can we say further? AP parallel to EQ, AP parallel to EQ, and also AE equal to EB, I just want to say that AP equals to AP parallel to EQ, and also E is the midpoint of AB. So what can we say? By converse of midpoint. By converse of midpoint theorem. By converse of midpoint theorem, I can say that Q BQ equals to QP. BQ will be equal to QP. I can say this. Now in this, now we'll come to here. Now which triangle we'll say? As I've told you in the starting of video, we'll take these two triangles. Sorry, starting of the question, we'll take these two, this triangle and this triangle. So this one is done. So we'll take this one. This is CQD. Now in triangle CQD, in triangle CQD, what the same thing we'll apply. Firstly, we'll see which lines are parallel and which are equal. So first of all, CQ parallel to FP, CF equal to FD. CQ parallel to FP, CF equal to FD. Therefore, by converse of midpoint theorem. This is the short form, as I have told you many times. Okay. So we can say that DP equals to PQ. DP equals to QP. Now we'll do the numbering. This be 2. Okay, this will be equation 2 and this will be equation 1. Let me highlight this. By equation, this is the short form equation, eq to the power n, eq to the power n, by equation 1 and equation 2. By equation 1 and 2, what can we say? We can say that BQ equals to PQ equals to QB equals to PD. BQ equals to QB equals to PD. BQ equals to QP equals to PD. Hence proved. This is also proved. Now we will come to our last question of this exercise and also video. So now coming to our next question. There was no figure. We just have to make it ourselves. So first of all, what's given in this? It is given that ABC is a right angle triangle which is right angled at T. C means that the point C has an angle which is 90 degree. Okay, and also it is given that M is the midpoint of A and B, and we have to prove the following things. So let's do them one by one. Firstly, it is given that we have to prove D is the midpoint of AC, means this is the midpoint of this side. So we can easily prove it since these two are parallel to each other. Okay, these two are parallel to each other. This is the midpoint. So by converse of midpoint theorem, solution in triangle ABC DM parallel to BC and AM equal to MB. Okay, so therefore by converse of midpoint theorem, we can say that D is the midpoint of AC. D is midpoint of AC. First one. Now second one we will continue with here. Okay, now it is MD is perpendicular to AC, means we have to prove any of these angles is 90 degree. So first of all, see this. These two are parallel. So if we see it in a way like this, so there is a line bisecting these two. Okay, this one is 90 degree, so this will also be 90 degree. How? Corresponding angles. Okay, corresponding angles. Okay, so what was it? Angle C equal to angle ADM. Angle C equal to angle D equal to 90 degree. Why in bracket? I will just write it because of co-interior angles. Co-interior angles. Okay, now since we have proved this, therefore MD perpendicular to AC. This was our part 2. Okay, this was our part 2. Now in part 3, what we will do in part 3? Wait, instead of doing, let's completely do it. Yes, so I've completely done it. This is a bracket. Now third one, CM equals to MA equals to half AB. So CM, we have to join these two. Yes, I've joined these two. Now we have to prove this equal to half of this. So we know AM equal to MB. Okay, AM is equal to MB. Therefore, what we have to prove, CM equals to MA, means MA equal to half of AB. Okay. Now what we have to prove? We have to prove this also equal to these two. But how would we do it? Let's see. These two are 90 degree. Okay. These two will be 90 because of linear pair. But if you see this. How we do these two equal? This equal to this equal to this. So how we will do it? To prove these two equal, we can see two beautiful, very cute triangles. Okay, just we have to prove these two cute triangles congruent. So how we will prove them congruent? Let's see. This angle 90, this side common, and these two sides equal to each other because D is the midpoint of AC. In triangle, in which triangle? ADM and CDM. In triangle ADM and triangle CDM. In triangle ADM and CDM. So to do this, firstly CD equal to AD. CD equal to AD. D is MP. MP means midpoint. Angle ADM equal to angle CDM, 90 degree, because both are 90 degree. Okay, and at last DM equal to DM. DM equal to DM means common side. So therefore, by which rule we can say? Side, then angle, then side. Therefore, by SAS rule, triangle ADM congruent to triangle CDM. These two have become congruent. So therefore, since by CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangle, okay, we had to prove these two equal, means AM equals to CM. Also, AM equal to half of this side AB. So AM equal to CM equal to half of AB. This was our third one. Hence, our exercise is complete in 2 videos. Hence, this exercise had 2 parts. And if you want to see the previous 2 questions of this exercise, first 2 questions of this exercise, so you can check out my previous video just before it, which will come on this side. Till then, bye bye.